Hey guys, this is Ilham from It's About Watch Reviews. I'm here tonight with a Seiko 5 sports watch review for you. This is an automatic watch. Model number is Seiko SNZH57, and it is a diver style watch. And you can see it's an automatic watch. It has 23 joules. It says that right on the dial there, and it's water resistant to 100 meters. If you flip to the back, you can see the automatic movement. And I'll open up the bracelet here in a bit, but you can see the rotor there spinning around. This is a Seiko 7S36 movement. It does have 23 joules. It does have a date function here, as well as a date feature at the 3 o'clock position. What I like about that is actually a lot of times the back of the date window does not match the color of the dial, so I really like that it's a black dial, and the date window is black with white text, so it kind of blends right in. And I like that there's framing around it, so it is a nice looking watch in itself. Now, it is, again, I mentioned it's an automatic watch. It is of the diver style. I would not say that this is a true dive watch, however. You'll notice it is only resistant to 100 meters, and really, for it to be a true dive watch, I'd like to have at least a screw-down crown. I know there are some other watch brands like Fortis that actually will not have screw-down crowns, but also have dive watches. This one, though, does not have a screw-down crown. It's a push-and-pull crown. So yeah, you can pull it in. Pull it out and just push it back in. Again, there's two positions on here. One, once you take it out of the neutral position, that sets the day and the date. The second one will just set the time. Also note that this movement does not have a hand winding nor a hacking feature, so that means you can't wind the watch just by turning the crown. So you'll either have to wear it, set it first, and then wear it, or you can give it a couple shakes to start it up. But it starts up pretty easily, so you don't have to worry about that. The width of this watch is about 42.5 millimeters. So from one end to the other end here, it's actually a nice size watch. I'll show it to you on my 6 3/4 inch to 7 inch wrist here in a bit. But again, another couple of features of this watch. It does have a nice, again, it's an automatic watch. The seconds hand is a nice sweep hand. And it does have a pretty good amount of lume. And, I won't say that it's as nice as a Seiko Monster or one of the true Seiko watches, but it does have lume on the minute hand, on the hour hand, as well as kind of that triangle shape near the tip of the seconds hand. So, not too bad all around. And, yeah, it's really vintage looking. So, you'll notice it's actually a stainless steel model. Cases, there's some polished edges on the sides here. The tops are brushed. But the bezel, I love this bezel. This bezel it's got kind of a gold coloring to it. Very reminiscent of the Blancpain, the old style 50-fathoms watch. And you'll notice a lot of the people on the forums will actually take this watch, this stock watch, Seiko stock, the SNZH57, and actually change out the dial and mod this watch, just as you would, I guess, modding cars. But again, on a smaller scale, this is modding a watch. Basically, you'll take this watch, take off the parts from the back, take off the dial, put in a new dial that is very reminiscent of the Blancpain. And, if you search on the internet for that, you will find some really nice looking photos. Again, nice looking watch all around. 42.5 millimeters wide. Thickness is about 13 millimeters, maybe 13.5. But what's awesome too is not only does a bezel, which in fact turns unidirectionally. So it's got a nice feel to it. It's not too loose. I would have probably liked it to be a little bit tighter, but again, it only spins one way. So again, that's just a nice feature so that you don't accidentally turn while you are underwater. But again, I don't see myself diving in this watch, maybe swimming, but again, the water resistance is not very high for this to be classified as a dive watch. I'm going to open up this watch now, and I'll show it to you on my wrist. Again, I purchased this watch about 2.5 weeks ago for about $125. I'd say I got a pretty good deal on it. But you can buy this watch for around that price to around $160 online. So let me show you a nice wrist shot. My wrist size is about 6 1/4 to 7 inches. So again, the lugs, which is great, the lugs don't extend out on my wrist. So if you have a wrist size that's just kind of as small as my wrist, you won't have any issue wearing this watch. And it actually has a pretty good weight to it. So again, Seiko SNZH57. This is again the bracelet model. You can see the Seiko logo stamped right on there. I zoomed in a little bit, and it has a dual push button. So here's one of them here, and the other one's on the other side. But the one gripe I don't like about this watch, other than the fact that the crown is not screwed down, but again I noticed that this is not a true dive watch, as mentioned before, is the bracelet is a bit squeaky. So if I wear this, and hopefully it kind of goes away with time, but I doubt it. This is, I don't know if you hear that. It's kind of like a squeaky little sound, but it's coming off of the bracelet. And one thing you'll notice too with this bracelet that's a little different from the other Seikos that we've been looking at, particularly the Seiko Monster and kind of Seiko's higher end watches, is the actual end links, which are the links that connect directly to the lugs. So here are the lugs, but this end link is not solid. It's actually hollow. And again, a watch at this price point, right? It's not, you don't expect it, but again, this is not as, I would say the Seiko Monster is a sturdier watch. Again, the styling of that watch, you're going to have to like it. You really like it or you don't like it. So this is more of a kind of an everyday watch, is what I would say. And the clasp is your typical Seiko clasp. You're going to do a push button flip over clasp, fold over, with the safety here. So the one thing that, again, this watch does not have too, similar to the, which the Seiko Monster has, is again that dive extension on the bracelet. So normally you'll see dive extension back here, but you don't see one here. Again, display case back, non-decorated Seiko movement, very easy to start up. So you should see no problem. This is very close to the 7S26 movement, only it has 2 extra jewels, and I kind of found out from learning online, those 2 extra jewels really don't do anything. So it's not going to give you better timekeeping or whatnot. And hopefully it's not just a ploy by Seiko, but it is a different model. It's a 7S36 automatic movement versus a 7S26. But yeah, so again, this is Seiko's Seiko 5 Sport Series SNZH57. There are a couple other models. There is a blue dialed version with a non-gold hour markers. But again, very vintage looking. I like this watch. And again, for around $125 to $160, it's pretty hard to beat. And if you like that retro vintage look, get it. It's let me know and try it on. And let me know your comments. Alright, thanks again guys. This is Elam from It's About Watch Reviews. Until next time. Bye.